Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. I am DM, a traveler, vlogger, and a YouTuber. The vlogs on my channel are all about travel, food, and lifestyle. Lifestyle of Filipino millennial like me. If you're new to my channel, I usually upload travel requirements of different countries such as Singapore, Thailand, South Korea, Indonesia, and my most recent one is Philippines. So if you're into this kind of videos, I hope you can tap the subscribe button now for you to be updated with my most recent uploads. For today's video, I've decided to create a content related still to my country, Philippines. Now, if you're a Filipino citizen or has a Philippine passport, then this video is for you. But if you're an individual who's looking for a Philippine travel requirements, but specifically for foreign nationals or foreign citizens, then don't worry, I got your back because I already created one. Now, just please click or check the description box below because I'm going to put the link for that particular video. All of the information that I'm going to state on this video are based on these two government sites. The first one is the Philippine Bureau of Immigration and the second one is the Bureau of Quarantine. Now, if you want to be updated with the most recent travel requirements for Philippine nationals, then I highly recommend you to visit their websites or Facebook pages too. Now, before I start, let me give you an overview that this video has two parts. First part is all about the travel requirements, particularly for those Filipinos who are not yet vaccinated, partially vaccinated, and whose vaccination can't be validated. And the second part are for those Filipinos who already obtained a full vaccination status. Now, let's start with the travel requirements for unvaccinated, partially vaccinated, or those vaccination can't be validated. If you're ready, let's start. The first travel requirement is the Philippine passport. Make sure that your passport is not yet expired before your departure. Second, make sure that you have an RT-PCR test or laboratory-based rapid antigen test prior your departure. Be reminded that if you opt to choose the rapid antigen test, the certificate must be within 24 hours prior your departure. And if you opt to choose the RT-PCR test, make sure that the certificate is within 48 hours. Make sure that before you arrive in the Philippines, you already book yourself in a facility-based quarantine for 5 days. On your 5th day, you are required to take an RT-PCR test, and once the result is negative, you may go to your respective residence to complete the 14 days. And lastly, 3 days prior your departure, you already submitted all of the information required by the Bureau of Quarantine using this website, www.onehealthpass.com.ph. Now, let's move on to the travel requirements for fully vaccinated Filipinos. The first travel requirement is still the same. That's going to be the Philippine passport. Make sure that your passport, of course, is not yet expired before your departure. Second is that you need to be fully vaccinated with at least 2 COVID-19 vaccinations. If you have a Janssen vaccine, then that's all right if you have a 1 dose of vaccine. Third, you need to possess an acceptable proof of vaccination, such as the VaxCert Philippines, the Bureau of Quarantine vaccination status from the Philippine government, or WHO vaccination status card. Now, if you don't have any of those, make sure that you have the nationally approved vaccination certificate from the country where you got your vaccination. Make sure that the proof of vaccination that you have is permitted by the Interagency Task Force of the Philippines. The fourth travel requirement is that you need to have an RT-PCR test or a laboratory-based rapid antigen test. For RT-PCR test, it's 48 hours before your departure, and for the rapid antigen test, the certificate must be within 24 hours before your departure. Now, there's a good news. If you are fully vaccinated already with at least one booster shot, then you are no longer required to get or obtain RT-PCR test or the antigen test. Next, if you are fully vaccinated age 12 to 17, then you are no longer as well need to obtain an RT-PCR or antigen test. The third exemption is that children below 12 years old, regardless their vaccination status, so as long as they are traveling with their parents or guardians, then they no longer need to get an RT-PCR or the rapid antigen test as well. Lastly, of course, 3 days prior your departure, you need to submit all of the information required by the One Health Pass through www.onehealthpass.com.ph. And if you already have all of those requirements, then I warmly welcome you back here in the Philippines, kabayan. Thank you so much for watching my video, and if this video is helpful to you, I hope you can tap the subscribe button now for you to be updated with my most recent upload. Again, thank you and see you on my next vlog.